All right, hello everybody. So I thank you for joining us. We're heading into this series is going to be Journey Through the Chakras, and in my version. So the chakras, chakra actually means light, wheel of light, or wheel. It actually means wheel. And in the ancient Ayurvedic system, a chakra or chakra was an energy center or a light center in the body. There is differing opinions on how many chakras we have, major and minor. So this will definitely be my own opinion on how this works, and in particular, the way that I utilize the idea of the chakras in health. And when I'm dealing with the window of health in my medical intuitive readings, I always have a chakra that is the focus for a reading, which means that it doesn't always mean it's the imbalance going on, but oftentimes it directs me or guides me to where to look in the body and in the energy field and in the nervous system and in the psyche about what issue may be the core issue for that person that we want to dive in on and explore a little bit more to get their anchor. And then my readings also have what I call the strength chakra. So usually it's which chakra is going to be the strength, the programs of strength that will help that person to move through whatever health imbalance or health issue they're going through so that we can get them back to balance more quickly. Sometimes the focus chakra is actually the strength, and that might just be something where we really are looking at that chakra as what we want to really explore and look at for the health for that person. So in my system, we have 7 chakras in the body. That's the way I think about it, or I have learned it. There's the root center, and then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 essentially. The root is the first for me. Some systems have this backwards. The sacral is the second for me. Third chakra is called the solar plexus. The fourth chakra is the heart center. The fifth chakra is the throat center. The sixth chakra is the ajna, or the third eye. And the crown chakra is on the crown of the head, or the connection to God, or the connection to the divine, or Holy Spirit, or however you'd like to call that, your higher self. So I really think of the crown chakra more as the connection to the divine directly, not just our higher self level. And then my guides have also given me a chakra 8 focus for readings, which to me means the contract, or what contracts we came in here to deal with and work with in our incarnation. So I'm going to be covering chakras 1 through 8 in the next couple of next 8 sessions. So today we're going to talk about root chakra. So when we start with the root, root chakra is the root chakra is located basically between your perineum and the earth, right? So it's the base of your body and connecting your body into the earth itself. The color of the rainbow is in the chakras, and the color of the rainbow that we're starting with the root is the color red. So we have root chakra is red. And to me, the root chakra has mostly to do with being grounded, being connected to the earth itself, being physically, energetically, physically connected to your body. And it also contains the ancestral patterns for people. So when a root chakra focus comes in on a map, I'm usually looking for one of 2 things. The first thing is this person able to stay embodied and stay centered in being in the physical body? Are they anchored in the physical world? Can they function in day-to-day life on this plane? And 2, are they able to feel grounded and supported by the earth? Does the earth feel supportive to them? And if not, where can they go where the earth will be supportive to them, or find a way to get support from the earth for them? And then there often are ancestral patterns that come in as the focus here. If it's an ancestral pattern that's really imbalancing someone's health, then I often get it as a root chakra focus as well. it's sometimes very challenging to stay grounded or connected to the earth realm or the physical realm when the ancestral patterns are causing imbalance in a way that's very disruptive to the person. And especially if they've had a traumatic experience with their family of origin or a separation experience with their family of origin, sometimes that staying grounded and connected to the ancestral roots can be a little bit challenging, and sometimes not even good for your health if you have ancestral patterns that are really causing problems and pain for you. So when we work with root chakra, we're trying to bring the person into a sense of effortless groundedness and effortless, supported by nature, supported by the earth feeling. Some of the things that happen in the body when the root chakra is out of balance. So this for me is based on Carolyn Mace's work in medical intuition from many years ago. I don't even remember when she started that. But each of the chakras is associated with one of the endocrine organs. So they have a layer of function in the body that has to do with the endocrine system. The root chakra doesn't actually have its own endocrine organ, but it's kind of thought of as the survival level of the body. And so it is associated with some of the nervous system. And in particular, it's associated with, the sciatic plexus of the body. So that's the sciatic nerves, feeds the legs, feet, knees, so the sciatic nerve feeds the lower body, essentially. It's motor input and sensory. Sorry, it's probably sensory since it's a sciatic. So the sciatic plexus feeds the lower body. So when you have a root chakra imbalance, you might see people having problems with pain or imbalances in their legs, their feet, their knees, and their ankles. So if I see people having problems a lot with their legs, I like to look around the issues they have with grounding to the earth and possibly with their ancestral stuff. Root chakra also has association with GABA. So GABA is the neurotransmitter in there. It's one of the two neurotransmitters in the somatic nervous system, which is the nervous system, the part of the nervous system that is like turn the lights on, turn the lights off, right? So the somatic nervous system moves you around and detects where you are in space and fires your muscles and lets go of your muscles, right? Helps you get up and go to sleep. That sort of thing is the somatic. It's not the fight or flight. Autonomic is the fight or flight, and sympathetic. So the somatic has two big neurotransmitters that run it primarily. They're GABA and glutamate. So, and glutamate is lights on, and GABA is lights off. It's the easy version of thinking of that. So when there's a GABA imbalance in the body, it generally, if you think about this, if someone is not grounded, they don't, if you have an electrical system and you don't have it grounded into the earth, it's kind of a haywire, right? It kind of goes, the electricity doesn't have a way to get out easily. And so it kind of runs the system a little ragged, or it's a little bit more energy force in, electrons are a little bit too active in the upper system. And it's a lot better to ground the energy out so that there's a smooth flow up and down the circuitry. I think of this here too. So with GABA in the body, GABA's job is to actually tell the next neuron down the chain that it's okay to not fire. Like it's okay. Shh. We want you to fire and not you, right? So if GABA is not functioning well, then we don't do as good of a job of inhibiting that ability to send signal out in the body. And so then it's almost like just constantly having the nerves on all the time. It's really hard to shut them off, to relax, to rest, to ground. When GABA is not functioning, we don't sleep usually. And we can't calm our anxiety, right? It's like a physical level anxiety that just doesn't get calmed down. Also, it's very hard to focus if GABA is not functioning, because if you turn all of the nerves, well, just so you understand, if you were to turn all of your nerves in your brain on simultaneously, you would fry. Like you would pass away, you would die. There's no way to run the circuits that way. So GABA is absolutely mandatory at all times to be keeping the balance of enough neural activity in the nervous system and not too much. GABA is also hugely impactful in the muscle system. It helps the muscles stop, the nerves that go to the muscles stop, inhibits the muscles so that they can calm down and not be firing intense. So if you see someone with a root chakra imbalance for a long time, sometimes you're going to see them having trouble with GABA. They're going to have difficulty with focus. They're going to have difficulty with sleep. They're going to have difficulty with, oftentimes with their legs and feet. They also, there's an aspect of this that has to do with the immune system with root chakra. Root chakra is really a survival level chakra. So it's, I'm going to live or die level chakras in some ways. So the immune system actually shows up here as well on kind of bigger issues. So autoimmune issues, sometimes cancer issues show up here. Things where there's a major threat to the body or a threat to survival will often show up as a root system issue. Oftentimes I see those the most in the crown, but when the immune system, the ability to feel safe and secure in the world is not intact, survival level is not intact, then the immune system can have a real hard time as well. So those are kind of the imbalanced things. The fears usually that come up with roots then are the survival level fears. So, am I going to make it? And abandonment also lives here. So people who were abandoned as children will have experienced difficulty with maintaining balance in their root. And loss of just physical control is also here. So this is a kind of fear of like I can't control my body or my body is being controlled by someone else. Strengths here though. So if you are someone who has a lot of strength in your root chakra, strengths in the root chakra are about, some people have strength in the root chakra because they have incredible ancestral connection and have a lot of support from their ancestors, and they move through the world feeling anchored and grounded with their ancestor support intact. Root chakra would be loosely like people who are very supportive to others often and very loyal. So they're very physical level focused. This can be everything from people who are incredible business people with amazing abilities at dealing with material wealth and material world things. They can also, I really could have used a root chakra person this morning when I was trying to install something in plumbing, right? That's a really good root chakra level activity that it's very helpful to have someone who's really good with the material world working with that. These are also oftentimes athletes show up to me with a very strong root chakra strength because their physical body is a major strength for them, and they are able to engage it, they are able to activate it and utilize it at its full level to support them in their world. And I also often see people with a really strong root chakra have beauty. Physical beauty is often in this case too. So oftentimes people are using their body, and physical beauty is a big aspect of who they are in the world. So they can get more of the material survival level things by being physically beautiful. Or I guess all of us, to me, don't get me started on how everybody's beautiful, but the physical beauty in a conventional sense often shows up there as well. All right, let's see if there's anything else the guides are wanting me to tell you on root chakra. That's kind of my brain dump on chakra. I feel like I may take one question before we go into the readings. If you have one, anybody's got a really pressing one.
Okay. Anybody, if you want to ask a question, you can just take yourself off mic. That's that little mic icon in the bottom of the screen. And if anybody would like to step up to the stage for a reading, I'm going to invite those that are not currently up there, and we're going to go in the order that I see on the screen. So any questions? Comments?
Nope, it doesn't look like we got that.
That was great, though. That was really helpful, actually. And I do have a question.
All right. I felt like there was supposed to be one. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was floating around my brain as you were talking about GABA. So I have several clients who take gabapentin. Is
Yes.
that helping them balance out that transmitter then for those purposes?
So gabapentin is literally mimicking GABA in the body.
Okay.
It is we have this would help to know. So the medications that address this level of function are either gabapentin, which is just flooding the body with the GABA neurotransmitter, or Xanax, Ativan. So the benzodiazepines work on the GABA receptors, and they irreversibly bind them and hold them open. So they require the nervous system in a forceful way to hold the GABA open, so that GABA will flood in and turn down anxiety. So that's why those benzodiazepines work so strongly, is that they force the nervous system to turn off the somatic response on a real strong level.
Okay. So would somebody be able to get off of those?
Yes, it is a good idea to. Gabapentin is different. It doesn't cause the kind of problems that benzodiazepines I've seen cause. Benzodiazepine withdrawal syndrome is pretty rough. So I would say if you're going to, you want to go ahead and be careful with your benzos. The cells at a certain point will just stop producing the receptors. They're like, okay, we're tired of being bullied into this, so we're just going to stop making GABA receptors. So it'll start pulling the GABA receptors in at the nervous system level, and sometimes the muscles will be impacted also. So the result if people abuse gabapentin, abuse the benzos, is they don't sleep for years, and they have problems with muscle pain often, and twitching and restless legs and things like that. So if you have an issue with this or need help with this, I would strongly suggest getting a naturopathic doctor to help you, because there are medications that can be balanced out through herbal support. And actually, GABA is really something your body can make on its own. When we take the stress levels down, help you ground and anchor in your body, and work to adjust your stress load instead of working to suppress your reaction to the stress load.
Ah, beautiful. Love that answer. Thank you so much. Very helpful.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so you're reading my mind. Like, I have a question.
Yay,
Okay,
thank you.
so let's just jump into the intuitive readings. And like I said, I'm going to go in the order that I see on my screen. So we're going to start with Melissa. Melissa, you can take yourself off mic.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Can I first just very quickly, I forgot my disclaimer. I am not being a medical doctor on this adventure. Please know that I'm not, these are not health and diagnosis and prescriptions. This is just me making medical intuitive suggestions. Okay, hello. Now let's try
Hello.
being human. How are you today?
Well, the flu is running rampant through our house at the moment.
Oh, that seems like that has been the theme of the week. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's an
No,
adventure.
definitely. Definitely. I'm on day 4, so I'm actually starting to get a little better, but
Good job.
yeah,
Congratulations.
trying everything over the counter stuff, some holistic stuff, all that good stuff. So,
Sounds like it might be working. Is that the one you would like us to adventure in on, or is there something else you'd like me to ask about?
um, I think since that's what's pressing right now, we could
Absolutely.
definitely dig into that a little
That's
deeper.
big in my face, Dr.
Yeah.
Wallace. Thank you. Okay, let's play with that. All right, let's see if I can get myself tuned up to you. Melissa. But I'm very grounded in my circuits today. I got to get my energy up just a second. There we go. All right. Melissa. Okay. So the main thing I'm feeling with you actually is it's a dryness. I'm feeling dryness in the house, and I'm feeling a lot of dryness in your lungs. So I'd probably start with see if you could get yourself some, either a humidifier, or an easy way to do this is actually just to put a pot of water on the stove. I don't know if you do that, but just get some. Do you guys use a humidifier already?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have one in my room, but I have not been sleeping in that room because all of the sick people have been
They are in there.
sleeping in my bed.
Okay. I betcha. Okay, so I think you already have the solution, or at least that's the solution. Have you noticed it feeling really dry in that? I'm feeling it really strongly in that middle section of your lungs, not top or bottom for some reason. Um, let's see if we got a chakra focus for you. Yeah, that's a fourth chakra focus with a third chakra strength. So, fourth chakra focus usually is. It's a community thing. It's your family, right?
Yeah.
It's yeah. So it's the people you love and the people you choose to be with, and that might be just an obvious. They have brought you the fun of your infection. Let's see what I can do for the infection part. So blue. I do again. They're saying I think that's about a 30%. If you can make sure you try to keep yourself hydrated, the water in the air in particular seems really important.
Okay.
Next, and then one, three, just one and three. So we have one. So I do feel that's gone a little bit to it was a virus, but it went to a bacteria a little bit here already. So let's see what we can do here. Um, they're yelling garlic in my head.
Mm.
Garlic! All right, so this is old school, but what we usually do is garlic, ginger, and lemon tea. I don't know if you've done that, but basically you put a full lemon, about 2 or 3 inches of ginger, and 1 or 2 cloves of garlic in about in a pot of water, and boil it down for about 20 minutes. Then add honey and drink it for the day, and that's got all sorts of antibacterial, antimicrobial fun. Let's see what else I got here for you. If it's to the bacteria level, you'd want, and the herbs that usually address that would be closer to like golden seal or Oregon grape or echinacea. That's your level of working with that. NAC is coming in for me also for you. You may want to look at N-acetylcysteine. That really helps with breaking up the mucus in the lung, and clearing the infection completely out and resolving it.
Okay. And what was that again? I'm sorry.
It's called N-acetylcysteine,
And
which is, if you call it NAC at the store,
okay.
or
Okay. Don't know.
since the COVIDs, they've been calling it NAC at the
Okay.
store for some reason, which makes me laugh really hard. So you might, if they don't know what NAC is, you can ask them for NAC and see if they know where that is.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the garlic, lemon, and the ginger
Tea.
too.
Yes,
Okay.
and then of course rest. And if you can find that in your home, I do
Yeah.
also get an allergy for you here, and I believe it's either dust or dust. Yeah, there's a dust allergy, mold.
Yep.
No, yeah,
I got
strongly.
allergy tested and dust was
Yeah.
the only thing I was allergic to.
So you might look, and I'm not even getting food for you. I think you're okay there. So I think the dust, there's a company called Professional Formulas that makes something called a dust allersode,
Okay.
which is basically dust in water.
Oh,
And you put it in your mouth every day, and it will help your body acclimate to not having an overreaction to that. But it's called sublingual immunotherapy, is that area. So you might look at Professional Formulas as the company. You can find that online.
okay.
And they have dust and mold allersodes. They have ones for people with pollen allergies, that sort of thing.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. So I hope chicken soup, rest,
Yeah.
fluids, these things, but it feels like the big thing that's keeping it from moving out for you is really that drying from the dust and the dry air.
Okay. Should I dust my house?
So it's the dust usually is in the vents, or making sure you keep your HVAC clear.
Okay.
And then, yes, if dusting, if you go dust your house, you're going to get more of the allergy. So
Yeah.
maybe just get someone you love to dust your house
All
uh,
right.
so that you're not really exposing it this week.
My 7-year-olds and my 4-year-old love to
Oh,
do that with
yeah.
the Swiffer. So,
Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Way to go, Mom.
yeah.
Good,
Thank
good
you.
planning. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Nice to see you.
Love it. Yes, and I just love the good old-fashioned stuff, home remedies.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do work. They're amazing. And good call on picking up that dust allergy. Just bang on as usual. Dr. Wallace is amazing that way. So, everybody, get excited about your reading. So, Stacy, you are next.
Hello,
Hello.
and I am excited about my reading. Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you today?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent.
What
Um,
what can we do for you?
s- I don't know. I was sitting here trying to think, oh my gosh, do I have a question? I don't know if I have anything specific, more so just wanting to see what pops up at you when you
Awesome.
tune in. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like that in in the realm of health primarily? Just to
um,
be narrowed down there.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll see what the guys have for you. All right,
Okay.
Stacy. Health. See if I can get my channel on you.
Okay.
Gosh, guys, I don't know if it's like a full moon today, but I feel like I'm moving through slow motion. Maybe I shouldn't do. There you are. Okay, Stacy. All right, darling. So I'm going to say you're in a fifth chakra focus for me today, which feel and what I'm picking up right now is in your throat and a little bit in your heart. And what I feel is kind of, it has a flavor of sadness to it, to me. It feels a little bit sad. And see what they want me to say about it. I do feel like it also it has that quality if you've been really pushing yourself for a little while. When you like do a bunch of exercise and then your body feels like kind of worn out at the end, but it also still feels kind of jittery and meh. I kind of feel that feeling in your throat center right now, like you've had to really push. And the throat center for me is usually about, expressing who you are in your life. Um, this though, and sometimes it's about manifesting. So let me see what they want me to tell you. Again, I'm getting currents of sad. Does sad resonate?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
there's some, yeah.
So I would say that this feels almost like grief to me, um, to the level of what, that's really bordering on what I feel when people kind of blow out a little through grief, where they feel like they just got hit pretty hard with something and it's a lot. So let's see what they can say to help. They're showing me your strength right now is your seventh chakra. So that means, usually it means making a real change in your life is the strength. So you're wanting to surrender over the process you're in, surrender to grace or surrender to God, however you like to think that. And they are saying already know the change you need to make. Is that true?
Um, I don't know.
Okay,
I,
sometimes they tell me that and we'll see what we got.
okay.
So she doesn't know. Sorry, your guides are like, yes, she does. So, all right, well, can we get some clues? Um, it feels like it's loosely around career, but it's not exactly career to me. It feels like coming out to the world is the feeling. Like your feeling of, I, uh, an expansive expression of you in the world would be
Mm,
the closest words I could use there. In your authentic you coming out, right? You feel like you have such a just this beautiful joy feeling in you. Joy is, it's like a sparkling, happy, upper level feeling of joy. It doesn't, it's that excitement. It has excitement in it and zippy energy uh,
Hmm.
level. And it feels like when you engage, it feels extremely fun to me. Like people will have fun uh, and get uplifted at that level. They want to show me this. I also, when I'm feeling your energy there, it's really electric, like it's very energizing. So if if you had to push yourself, or if you were resisting that part of you, I'd really love for you to first rest and ground that energy out a little bit, because it's very high frequency, very strong on the circuits energy, because it feels like to me its job is to be large, right? You're supposed to be broadcasting that energy. Broadcasting is not the right word. Help. When you're at full power, it's a big field of energy that's very active, very engaging, very inspiring, very uplifting, very that kind of feeling in a positive way. Ding, 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 like that. So it it feels like whatever's happening right now that's causing this sadness in your life is almost like clearing the decks, like clearing you throughout, so you can, so opening a hole, sort of, so that you can shine yourself through the hole without being in the resistance. I'm hearing that about 80% of this is like, external to you. So this, both the resistance and I don't know if the right word is resistance, help. It's not like this was something you could pick up tools and work your way out of, right?
Hmm.
This is more of a broad environmental factor that's hitting.
Yeah.
And but who you are and the playful, fun, zippy, I don't have the right words for the feeling. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give words that feel like that awesomeness. Um, it's kind of like if you mixed an athlete with a fairy. I don't know exactly, but like super, and almost like I got a little siren in there too. I'm not sure all my archetypes in that area, but it's fun, it's alluring, it's energizing, it's strongly physical. It's like physically impactful with your energy field. All of those things at once. So when you come out with that, I think this you're really, it's kind of just, this sad thing feels like it was getting the other stuff out of the way, and they're saying both for you individually, but also for the collective environment, is kind of getting themselves washed away here for you a little.
Wow.
So that you have a little bit, it's like when you go out in the forest after the rain. That's the feeling they're
Mm.
showing me. Like it's, things are going to be a little bit more washed down
Thank
and a
you.
little
Yeah.
fresher for, yeah, hopefully that makes
Yeah.
sense. All right.
Complete sense. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, my pleasure. It was nice to see you.
You too.
Oh, I love that reading, Stacy. I get this beautiful image of you. You're just like ready to go. And I'm so glad you came on today
Me too.
for that. And I just wanted to mention for everybody here in the room that Dr. Wallace does do full intuitive readings. And Dr. Wallace, would you like to share a little bit more about what that is for people, should they choose to go a little bit more in depth versus the mini readings that you're doing today?
Sure, thank you. Yes, so when I do a full reading is a 75-minute reading, and before I do the reading, I sit down and do a meditation, and my guides give me a picture, or which I call an embody map. And so I draw a picture that of essentially of your energy field, that we sit down during the reading then, and we focus in, and I describe what the guides want you to know about your energy and about the process you're in, or the snapshot of what you want to embody for your spiritual evolution right now in your life. And then there's a window of health reading, which is kind of what we're doing here, is going through some factors of your health that we want to focus in on, and then we'll get guidance kind of the way I'm getting it for those particular factors. Each reading also has a chakra focus, which is what we're going through today and talking about. And then systems of support. So they'll give me little anchoring systems to help you get tools and provide you with understanding of where you can move with your health. The most often what people feel from the full reading is kind of a validation of what they already know. They're like an acknowledgement of their power and their beauty and their leverage in their own life by spirit, and hopefully some tools to start moving and anchoring forward with in a more confident, in a trusting themselves sort of confident way as they address their health.
Beautiful, yes. And one other thing too is she has a membership where you get one of those a month.
Yes, well,
And
a big one and two little ones almost. So, yeah.
yeah, that's too. It's really
Yeah.
fun little community, and it is so great to get that kind of support where you learn so much about yourself. Plus, you learn to trust your own knowing as well. So Dr. Wallace is really good about encouraging that. So, all right, we have Amanda up next.
Hey, hello. Oh, I don't know if her mic is working.
Yeah, Amanda, are you
No, there she
there?
goes.
Here I
There you
am.
are.
Hello. How
Yes,
are
and
you?
I have had some of those intuitive readings, and Dr. Aubrey's amazing. So if you haven't, I highly encourage you to do that. I'm
Thank you. It's
I'm really
wonderful to
good.
play with you. Yay! Woohoo!
I'm really good. So
Oh,
I'm just going to leave it to the
go to the
guides and
source.
what they think I should know.
All right, we will play Amanda today. All right, let's see. Amanda. There you are. Okay. So they're showing me you singing, like you're just kind of walking through your day and just, I don't know if you're singing the music, but it's definitely playing in your head. And it's almost like you're in this sweet song of life. I don't know how to explain that exactly, but you're just being carried through by the music of life right now. Anything else they want to say there? You feel very anchored in your body. You feel like you got your feet. Like things are kind of on track right now. I for some reason I'm kind of seeing you in the kitchen cooking, so I'm not sure why I'm seeing that, but it's like a
Because I was just in the kitchen cooking.
oh, okay. I'm like, you're sort of singing while cooking in the kitchen. So maybe I should ask more specific what they want me to ask you. You feel good to me, like you feel present, you feel engaged with spirit, you feel actively, doing your life. I don't feel a lot hitting you, really, that's impacting you in a negative way. Do you have a daughter? I'm seeing a daughter.
I do.
Okay. Let's see why they're showing me her. I'm supposed to ask you about her for some reason. And now I am me when I do the readings. Everyone should know this going forward. I'm channeling and I really don't usually remember very much of anything except that I love people. So you have more than one daughter if my brain is giving me any files correct. Is that you have a son and two daughters? No, tell me again.
Uh, 2 daughters, 2 sons.
Two daughters, two sons. All right, so which daughter is this? Number two. Number two daughter is what I heard.
That is my spirit daughter.
Ah, yes, no wonder she's showing up. There we go. All right. Oh, so she's singing with you in the kitchen. I'm sorry. She's the one trying to sing with you in the kitchen. Sending music. She's sending you music. And I'm sorry, that's not quite right. She's like, I'm enjoying your music. How are you? It feels like since we talked, or since I last connected with this little being, not so little now, she she feels like she's kind of gotten an anchor into feeling she feels good. Like she feels like she's connected in with the family in a beautiful way.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yes, I was telling my older daughter about some of our former conversation, and she got a kick out of it because
there you
I
go.
guess for the others on the line, I my spirit daughter passed. She would be 12, and what came up during my reading was that she would mess with with her older sister who was 16, and she said she's messing with her cell phone. Well, what had happened that morning is my daughter had been on her phone, and all of a sudden her phone just went black and bricked. She couldn't do anything with it at all. And then that afternoon, when I talked to Dr. Aubrey, that's what popped up, and so we had a direct
Chuckling.
incident, if you will.
It's so funny that your daughter's totally insisting to me that she's 13. That feels like a tween. And I don't know that she is technically, but she feels 13 at least. So she also is enjoying torturing your other daughter, I think, still, it feels like. Not torturing, but joking around.
Mm-hmm.
She feels really much like she's back in the family, almost like that feels really good. That is wonderful. Congratulations.
Thanks.
It feels like when the heart works, like just a warm heart love feeling that makes me cry a little bit. Whew. All right. I think does that feel complete?
That feels complete.
Thank you for playing. Thank you for you. And thank you for your daughters and sons.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, Amanda is definitely in her sweet spot these days. Yeah. So, okay. Now we have Lynn, Deanna, and then Shannon. And then I'm going to invite other people to come up on the stage. When you see my invite and you would like to get a reading, please do come up or accept that invite. And I'm going in the order that I see you. So jump on it. This is a really awesome opportunity to get your questions answered, whether it's about health or, as you just saw, just in general. Okay, so Lindiana, you're on.
Hi there.
Hello, beautiful Linda. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
root chakra adventure.
Yeah, I was just here listening in, but I'll see what comes up, especially because you were reading through that, and I think I needed to hear that because I was relating to way too many of the things you were mentioning about the root chakra,
Okay,
the
I
sleep and
understand.
the stress and the change and the big leaps and things. So.
Absolutely. All right. Well, would you like us to ask about your root chakra specifically? Would that be a good focus?
Sure, yeah, and yeah, because I know we've had future and career and stuff come up a lot, and there is one thing I'm wondering if it's related to the root chakra, and it's a nose thing.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, just whatever comes up.
Okay. So, well, actually, right off the bat, they're giving me uh, that you're tired as heck. Sorry. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
feel pretty worn down, and the root chakra right now is feeling it's feeling very open. I will say it's very active, very open, and it's 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 good. It's a strength of yours. It's
Hmm.
almost like really on right now. So it's almost, I would say almost too on. I don't know if that's possible. What they're telling me is if we could to set your root chakra at optimal for
Okay.
you, optimal for you, because we don't want it closed and we don't want it on superpower. Because I feel like for you have a capacity to utilize your root chakra to really alter physical reality. You can very quickly change a lot in the material world, uh, and it's an access point for you that you have a it's like if you were a tree you would have, like the root system from the divine. Like it's just like, right?
You know
So
me. I'm a
yes,
tree. I am
you're
a
a tree.
tree.
I'm sorry. When you're a tree, your roots are looking good, girl. So you've got super roots, okay? And
Hmm.
right now, though, it feels like it feels almost like the energy in your system is a little too open on that root center. And I
Yeah.
might actually just put it on optimal, and then it feels like there. And I'm supposed your guides are yelling at you. Sorry, I love you. Sleep is something you need. Okay. They are like, you have to rest, you have to regenerate. Your body can only do so much. Like, you do have a super body, but you got to rest it, feed it, regenerate it, exercise it. These are important things. They're showing me for you your GABA doesn't work exactly like other people's. I don't know how to explain this. I don't think giving you a Xanax would be the solution for you, right? That's not
Hmm.
going to work here because it feels like you have a lot of energy on the circuits already, and you already actually are your default because you run so much energy is to have GABA up just a little bit. So you actually kind of keep yourself at just under optimal so that when you run the circuits, then it's controlled. It's controlled. It's like a physical control of the electrical output. It's like you keep your volume down just a little bit so that when you come online, it doesn't go way off the chart, right?
Yeah.
It just goes back up to normal, well, up to optimal, and then you want to turn it back down to just resting, right?
I love your edit of the almost use of the word normal there.
Yeah, that was not. I will not say normal there. So the feeling is optimal is your word. So
Yeah.
root chakra optimal. Also, right now, anything else there in the field? I feel like right now you're going to want to try to balance between root and crown in particular. Okay.
Okay.
And right now, root opened up like that to try to balance. It feels like balance crown out a little bit because your crown's like super duper duper open right now, which means you're probably in the midst of a big change, weirdly. So maybe set your crown on optimal, set your root on optimal, and then just really, it's a root chakra kind of day. So eat food, drink water, go to sleep, exercise, that sort of level.
Okay.
Stretch, get a massage, those things would be probably very helpful. Though all I hear from your guides is sleep.
Yeah, yeah, I've been having to kick my husband out of the bed lately because he's been snoring. And like when we were away the last few weeks, oh my gosh, so many nights I'd be awake for hours in the middle of the night because
Oh,
he's just been snoring so badly. And so I had to ask him to sleep on the couch last night so I could actually get sleep. So trying to figure that out.
okay. I heard vitamin D3.
Oh, for him?
You might check it out.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and just Dr. Brain for everyone.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, D3 helps your muscles shut down at night so that your brain shuts your muscles, puts them into paralysis at night. You don't have enough D, it can't do that, and you start mouth breathing and don't shut your muscle down easily.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you and welcome
You
back.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Good reminder. Yes. You're answering all my questions telepathically. This is awesome.
Maybe
Okay.
you're just good at asking them telepathically. Let's do this.
Okay, because I'm sure everybody could benefit from that. More D3, especially in the
In
Pacific
Washington,
Northwest
for
if
sure.
you
Yeah.
live here. Okay,
Definitely
so
not everybody. So check your levels.
yeah,
I love you.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And that's another thing that she does, Dr. Wallace does, is you can book in with her to check your supplements, which I have found change every single month. And so things that worked last month aren't going to necessarily be something I need this month. And it's really interesting and fascinating and reassuring too that, you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on supplements when you only need one or two. So, okay, so we have Shannon up next and then Adawale and
Adam?
Anna. And then I'm going to invite more people that have just jumped into the room. If you'd like to get a reading, just accept the invitation when I send it to you. Okay, Shannon.
Right. Hi, Shannon.
Hello, beautiful. How are you today?
I am good. You hear us and we hear you.
I
Yay!
know, right? I had to shut it off completely. It was just being a little pooey.
Yeah, I think they do that sometimes. I can't figure out Clubhouse at all some days. But well, you made it. How can I help you today? What should we play with?
I'm open.
Okay. It's an open, it's super like, it's the grounded root chakra day, and everybody's like, just go to the top. I love it. All right, Shannon. She's open. What do we want to say for Shannon today? Oh, honey. So, mostly what I feel is just a huge current of love coming down from the universe and just like shooting through me towards you. So, um, so just hi, I love you. I'm supposed to say that. What else? I feel for some reason they're bringing me. It's like you've made the changes that you've made lately have brought us a little bit of pressure in your occiput area. It feels like there's almost like it's almost like there's between your pineal and your fifth chakra, so sixth and fifth. There's been a change. um, your root chakra is actually feeling maybe the best I've ever felt it right now. And so it seems like the anchoring point of your magnetics has kind of shifted really dramatically. And so, and usually when I feel you, your sixth chakra is really big, you know, it's a huge part. And right now I'm feeling like your root chakra is really open and big. uh, and so the sixth, it almost feels like your fifth and sixth are like, whoo, what are we doing? And the sixth chakra, or between them, it's not the sixth, it's like at the level of the occiput, feels like it's kind of locked down just a little bit with a little bit of pressure. Does any of that make sense?
Would it cause headaches?
Yeah, there'd probably be a headache at the back of the head or the front temple hair area of the head.
Yeah, I've been having headaches lately.
Okay, so let's play with that headache. Okay, so we do have there's a chemical imbalance. Just a second, chemical imbalance and allergy, and that's it. Okay, what about the energetic part? Yeah, it's a sixth chakra imbalance, which usually that, you know, with me, it means harmony, right? So it's hard to kind of, you've made a big change and you're just trying to gain your feet again, gain balance around the new way of being. You're harmonizing. Which thing on chemical? Woo! So you've had a complete change of your gut bacteria, or they're in the process of changing, especially in the ileum, the lower ones. So the ileum is the lower small intestine, the one right before the colon. And it feels like that's really making a change, like a turnover of bacteria. So I'm feeling a lot of those byproducts of that are flooding in and impacting your brain. Is this a detox? They're saying MCT. Is the MCT pushing too much? So they're saying that it isn't pushing. They're not. No. No. And yes. It's kind of the feeling. So it is. The MCT is causing the impact that's causing the chemical imbalance, but the MCT feels good. So it feels like this is a flushing in that needs to happen and is working in a positive direction for bringing your gut bacteria to where they want to be. How can we help with the headache? We need some chelators for your brain. Um, you're doing your green drinks, aren't you? Are you doing green?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
green drinks right now. D, melatonin. It's melatonin. So we should have a conversation, you and I, about melatonin.
Okay.
And I know it hasn't worked with you before, but I think there's a wonder. I wonder if it's going to help with chelating or balancing with chelating on the pineal. Um, the other medication for calcium deposit. Yes, there's another medication we should talk about on off of this call that I just learned about that is actually designed to decalcify the pineal gland.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so why don't we play that? Um, and melatonin medication. 3 allergy? No, that's an emotional. Yeah, that's an emotional allergy. Um, what do we got? I would say like kind of the emotional allergy there is like when the headache's coming on, it's like you're fed up or you're done. I don't know the right word, but like I'm tapping out now. I'm going to go away from you people. It's like too much, too much.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the emotional allergy. So if you get triggered, it's like the headache is just that's just the added pressure to your head, right?
Okay.
So you'd want to rest. Is there a structural component here? Cranial signal, lymphatic. I really, it feels like it isn't. It feels mostly chemical. How about infrared? Actually, the infrared would help. Have you been doing it or not doing it?
No, I can't right now because of my foot.
Okay,
Because
so
I,
when
I,
you,
I can't shower completely, so I don't. So
I
I haven't
gotcha.
been doing my
It's too
sauna.
sweaty. Yeah. So when you can get back to the infrared, I feel like that's going to really help with that detox.
Okay.
And also that we should talk about those other two things.
Okay.
All right. Love you
Thank you,
playing with
Judy.
you. See you soon.
Oh, all right. So I just wanted to alert you we're at the top of the hour. We have 30 more minutes here. So if you would like to get a reading and you want to jump up to the stage, uh, I'll ask you to come on up, and we'll move on to. I hope I'm saying this right. Ada Whale, if you would
Wale?
like a reading.
It's Adewale. How you
Ada
guys?
Wale, thank you. Okay.
Hello. Adewale. Am I saying it
Yes, you
right?
are. Yes, you are.
It's nice to meet you. How can we play today? Would you like a reading?
Yes, I would like one.
Okay. Do you have any health things you want me to kind of go in on, or do you want just kind of just a general reading? Seems to be the theme today.
Um, let me see. Is it a question I have? Um, I don't feel like I really have a question.
Okay, that's okay.
I kind of just want to see what you see.
All right, let's see what I see. Adewale. Okay, let's see now. Just kind of getting a general impression. You take or leave anything I say. You have a beautifully sensitive mind, is what I'm feeling. It seems like they're showing me that you really carefully watch your environment and those around you, and you're very brilliant, and so you watch them, and I guess the word would be like softly assess how your world is going around you, and it feels like if people were to come and ask you for advice or come and ask you for your perspective on things, that they would possibly be shocked at how much you have information for them on what's happening around you. There's such a beautiful heart aspect to it too. It's like you feel like you have a really beautiful integration between the mind and the heart. They're showing me sometimes it's almost as if you're so sensitive in your heart that you do sometimes pull back from, I don't know, the world of loving people, like the world of engaging and being in the game fully, because of that sensitivity. It's a lot for you, I think, when people are what they are sometimes. But I think you're fine. I think you have, I don't know, they're kind of showing me you have a love. So that's wonderful. Anything the guides
Then
would
I
like.
have a love, like I'm in love with someone.
Yes. You don't have one, huh?
Baby, I'm single. Big single. Are you saying somebody coming through? Somebody
Um,
finna pull up on me?
I actually feel like they're already there. So
Ooh.
you might you need to look around. Are you sure you don't already have one?
You better shop around. You know what they
Uh,
say.
I
I
don't know if you
mean,
should. I think maybe you should just look and see what's
I mean,
already
I have been
purchased.
having, I've been having conversations with a person. I'm not gonna lie, I do dig them, but I mean, I have no expectation.
Or you don't want to commit to them because your heart is so
Hey, hey,
sensitive.
hey, hey, hey.
And hey, they are already there and they feel really steady in a positive way. I don't think that person is there to cause you. I don't think they're going to push you too much, and I don't think they're going to expect a lot uh, on the surface. So this person feels very. I'm seeing a female. Is this a female?
Oh yes,
Good. Okay, just checking.
I like
So
women.
yeah, then we're on the right gender. That's good. She feels like she's got a good head on her shoulders. She does not. She she plays it tight would be the best way I would say that. She keeps herself kind of linear thinking, going through keeping. She doesn't play into the big extremes very much, and she is sweet. She is clear. She is solid. She's strong. She's beautiful, and you should not be mean to her. She's a good person. That's what I would say for you. Maybe trust just a little at a time.
If I give you a name, will they give you confirmation?
I don't know. We could try.
I need to know now. I have to know. Is her name Linda?
Linda. She said no. Sorry.
They said
This girl said,
no.
no, the guide said, you already know. When I asked the person I felt in the thing, she looked at me and said no to my face. So that's what I got. And your guide said you already know who this is.
Okay. That's the only person I even give the time of day, but I, we'll see.
Well, sometimes I'm wrong. Is Linda like I described? Does she play
Man,
it tight? She's got
that
a good
sounds
head on
like
her
Linda.
shoulders. Well, that's probably her then. So what with love stuff, when people start to get confirmation on validation on love stuff, when the answer comes all the time, but from the guides, which is you already know, then me trying to ask past that is kind of silly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I
like, yeah.
can see
So
that.
you if you do already know, you need to trust yourself, darling. You have a beautiful heart. You can trust. Linda's not whoever this person is, whether her name's Linda or not. She does not feel like she's going to mess with anybody. She's not messing with people. She's what she says she is.
She does feel like she has a pure heart.
Yeah. So do you. So give it a shot.
Ooh, I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. Yeah.
All right. It was nice to meet you. Good luck. I hope you go and play with Linda and have a good adventure.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a first out of Wale. I love reading. This is awesome. You have to come back. She's here every 2 weeks. Give us the update on that. If Linda is the one. That sounds great. Okay, so Anna, you're up next.
Love is not always my best area, everyone. I'm better at health, but I will do my best. Okay. Hi, Anna. I think she's got herself muted still.
Yeah, Anna, you're going to have to tap in the lower right-hand corner, there's a microphone, and you just tap on that and it'll take you off mic. Or maybe you stepped away for a minute. Um, Anna, are you there? Okay, well, we'll circle back to you. Just swipe right and give us a message in the chat about whether you can do a reading after we do a reading for Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Hi there. How are
Hi.
you?
How good? How are you?
I'm doing well, I think, mostly. It's been
Yay.
a
Full.
restful day for me, a
All
little bit.
right.
Yeah.
Lots of
I don't have
adventures.
anything specific. I think I just want to
Go for the gold.
go for the gold. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go for the gold with Alex. Alex. Oh, oops, sorry. Just a second. My circuits are a little wonky. Get myself reloaded here. Oh, I got a little hook in. Just a second. I need Jeopardy music or something while I'm trying to recalibrate. There we go. All right, Alex. Layer two, layer three. Okay, so I'm actually feeling a lot in your head, darling. It feels like there's a bunch of tension in your nervous system, probably about C7 up, and it's kind of putting a lot of pressure and tension, and I might even guess pain into your head. Are you having headaches, bad headaches?
Yeah, like the back of my neck and
Bad.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been
Okay, let's see if we
stressed
can.
out a little bit. Yeah.
I got you. There's a huge part of that that's just detox. It feels like you're fast detoxing, and it's feeling like it's throwing off the chemistry. So let's see if we can get support there. They're saying it's a medication component of it. What else? I'm tasting lemons. So I don't know what that means, but would just lemon water help? Yeah, actually, I think lemons. Do you like lemons?
Uh,
Not much.
Sometimes, I mean, I like not usually without a lot of with like sugar of some sort.
That's probably why they want the lemons to be like, you definitely need lemons with sugar in them. Bad joke. Let's see,
Yeah.
lemons. Um, they're showing me. Could you put some lemons in like bubbly water or something even? Because it
Yeah.
feels like I feel like you. And for some reason, I'm trying like limes and oranges, and I don't feel any of the other citrus. I don't know what it is about lemons, but it feels like lemons aren't would be really helpful right now. Um, would lemon tea? Lemon tea would work with honey. Don't think honey. Getting lemons, ginger. Ginger feels like it might actually also calm a little bit, help calm the brain there. So maybe lemon and ginger. But it feels like not like lemon ginger tea, but like actual lemons and actual ginger in some hot water would be the closer. Anything else with detox? Cilantro, melatonin, chemistry, water. Water. So what can we do with water?
I haven't been drinking a lot of water.
Yeah, it does feel pretty dehydrated to me. So do we need electrolytes or just water? I feel like just water, darling. Maybe that's why they want the lemons too. I'm like, put lemons in water, drink water. That would be great. I don't even think it's that complicated. It just feels like, filtered water. Drinking it is a good plan. They're showing me you could get a massage, and that would be a good idea. There's definitely stuff going on in your shoulders and neck, and you could use that worked out in your shoulders and neck, also lower back on the left side into your hip. And then I feel like maybe hips, all the hips and the lower legs and feet. So basically just be like, massage all of me, at least the whole back of me and my neck, please. And definitely the top of your head. What else? Big changes. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. You're in big changes. They're positive. They feel hard, but they're positive. They're telling me this is a root chakra change, which is interesting. Okay, what does that mean? So this is like a transitioning of the ancestral patterns. Anything else with that would be specific? For whatever reason, I'm really experiencing that in your uterus. So it feels like you might also just check around your period or check if you have, if there's anything going on with the cycle. It feels like those are your opportunities. And by opportunities, I sometimes mean a lot more pain um, to really process and cleanse and clear out, detox out the ancestral pattern. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like your uterus is jumping in on that game. And usually uterus is sacral center, but I think in this case it's the detox organ for your root chakra stuff. Should you take medication? Maybe we may need to talk at some point about the medication causing something with the headaches.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But for right now, lemons and water.
Lemons
Woohoo!
and water.
And a
Okay.
massage. Find a massage. Get a
I
massage.
have a massage on Friday, so that's good.
Oh, you handled it. All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for playing.
Thanks.
All right.
Hi there. Anna is on. She said
Oh,
her
yay.
mic button is off, but she can't, she's not able to turn it on or off. She's on an Android. I posted on the chat if anyone else has one. I thought it was also in the bottom right-hand corner as well, but not having one myself, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. um, Sorry about that. Uh,
Is
so, Anna, maybe what you can do is just type into the chat what you need some help with, and then Aubrey can just do the reading for you. This will be recorded, by the way, so everybody, you can go back and listen to this if you would
Can you
like.
check? Is
She
there
she
do
did say
moderators
it's
ever
there and
use?
it's
No,
on.
we
Yeah,
can't
and
do
it's
that.
on. No, okay, so you
Okay.
can't.
Yeah,
You're not. You
no,
okay? All right. Just
no.
wanted to double check that. Okay.
And
Thank you.
Anna,
Yeah.
it seemed like when people were new to Clubhouse before, they had to go out and come back in. Do you remember that, Carolyn? Like
Yeah, there
sometimes
was
that works.
something about that, but uh,
That's okay. She could just ask the question through the chat if that works better.
yeah, I would recommend that. And then Anna, if you want to try to pop out and pop back in, you can. Sometimes just simple reboot helps, but I know some people do have trouble with that little icon down there or wherever it is on your. It should be the same.
She's going to try going off and on. So if you can circle back after the next reading, that'd be great.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we have
Thank you,
Tina is
Christine.
up next.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
Do you have a particular adventure you'd like me to take us on?
Mm, it's an adventure. I guess just flow with what you have because I have a lot of ailments. So,
Okay. So let's see if they want me to narrow down anywhere. Okay. So Tina, what I feel for you first, darling, is dang girl, you have so much on you.
mhm, yes.
It's hard to breathe when I come into your field. It feels
Mm,
like there's like no space for you to breathe in your life.
mm,
Whew, help. I'm just going to ask for help right off the bat. Help. So, seven chakra is what they want me to talk about. Is this the focus or the strength? Yes. So, seven chakra to me means your connection to the divine or your connection to God, however you want to think about that. And your activation of seventh is just being in surrender, surrendering it, surrendering things over. Is that something you practice or work with?
yes, I'm trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So when you say I'm trying, this is what I would respond to you. This is nothing to do. Okay? So surrendering means essentially the same thing as like I'm holding, I'm holding a spoon in my hand. Then I drop the spoon. That's what they're trying to show me, right? Because what I feel for you is that you love, and you're carrying. Holy, are you carrying a lot of, I think, beings and people and things and responsibility and all the above. Um, and I don't know if that's your father or an older man that's a family member I don't know, but there's an older man there also that has energy in your field, um, he's not super old, but he's older than you, it feels like. And I can hardly breathe when you're near him also. So it feels like you're carrying a lot of something. um, how does she surrender this? I'm supposed to say surrender means accepting that life changes, that there is loss, that there's a plan for you that is different than this. Um, I'm being told this is something you've always known. I'm supposed to say just because you can carry it doesn't mean you should carry it. Yes, the pressure is real. At least there's evidence there on the whole physical world that it's real, right? Um, but sometimes when that's not nice. What I'm being given for you to look at is, it's like this process you're in can take you to the point of death, looking at death, not necessarily dying, I don't know, but looking at death realistically in the face and saying, what would happen if I'm not here? And they want you to go to that point and say, if I dropped all of this, if I pass away and this, I hate that phrase, if I die and this all gets dropped, all the things I'm carrying, how will that go for everyone I love? It seems like if you more likely that it's going to come sooner, that you can't carry it all. Whether or not that's just a death of the way you're seeing things or an actual death, I don't know. But you might consider just look around and actually even, it's almost, I get almost like a, what's it called when the guy came and haunted, Great Expectations. So what's the Charles Dickens book where the Scrooge thing, sorry, my brain's not giving me the category, but the ghost of Christmas past comes and says, look at what life would be like if you were here, if you weren't here, and how that would impact everyone around you. You are loved, and not for what you're carrying necessarily, but actually just because you are inherently deeply lovable. That's what I'm supposed to tell you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate. Thanks.
I hope that helps.
It does.
Okay. I
Thank
was
you, Tina.
honored to meet you.
You too,
Yeah,
darling.
such profound wisdom right there. Sometimes we carry too much, and that does impact our body, our being. So we must choose. Michelle, you are up next, and then, oh, Anna? We'll get to you, Anna, for sure. Okay, I don't know.
She's back on. But I still see her mic is muted. So
Okay, okay. So again, going maybe back to typing in what you would like Dr. Wallace to read for you might be the solution here. Okay, Michelle, you are And then we'll try Anna again.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Any messages that you would have that it would help me on my path, I would really appreciate.
Okay. On your path. Michelle. Hi.
Or whatever comes up for you.
Oh,
Open.
all right. See if we can tap into you. Okay. So, Michelle, what I'm feeling, what they're giving me for you right off the bat is kind of you're working hard, darling. That's the main
Exactly.
thing. Yeah, you feel like you're going and going and going and going. You feel like it's really impact. You're both able to go. You're able to do it, right? You're keeping up, and I feel like you're just ahead of keeping up all the time. You're one step ahead would be a better way of saying that. Uh, your third chakra is where I feel most of this engaging for you. So it feels like you know who you are, you know how to take care of people, you know what you're doing, and you're just going. So you have that'll keep you a lot of times in the mental realm, right? So you're having to like think about things, and when you're really working a lot in that mental realm, it's easy to kind of get looped into the mental a little bit. I don't even really feel for you that it's like a bad worrying thing or like anxiety, but it feels like kind of like a nonstop, all the time stress. um, and it's just like go, go, go,
How
go,
do I
go.
stop that?
What was that?
How do I stop that? Or just give me more messages.
All right. So the first thing I want to say is that works. Okay. So that strategy works, which is part of the reason it's hard to stop. Okay. So my guess is it works for producing in the world and it works for other people, I would assume. Like I would guess other people, they're telling me it works and doesn't work for other people. So it works for you getting stuff done. It's not working as well for you to feel intimate connections and feel loved. Does that make sense? That's not the place where we feel loved in our mind. Like that's the place where we get stuff done and solve problems. Does that make sense?
Wait a second. Repeat that.
So let me see how they want you to. First, I think the first step I'm just supposed to tell you is appreciate it about yourself. Be like, I'm really good at this. And then the second step is this what I want? Like, is this how I want to feel? So, is that how you want to feel? And I feel like this is a question you might ask yourself during the day. Like, not even like, I'm going to guess you want to feel like that very much while you're productively doing things that need to get done. And you don't want to feel like that when you're trying to just have a peaceful moment of deliciousness, right? So if you're noticing that you're not shutting your mind off, just ask yourself, is this how I want to feel right now? And be like, nope. And then I would suggest you kind of drop into your sacral center, drop into your second chakra. And just for everyone, that'll be next week. But for sacral center, if you have a hard time at all getting into the sacral center, think of something delicious, sexy, sex works, food works, thinking about being in the bathtub usually works. Like anything where you just come into your sensory, sensual part, then that'll drop you out of that third chakra. You'll feel more present and more able to just engage and feel emotional with the world a little bit, connect with others, connect with them on kind of a physical feel level, right? So that's kind of the go down into delicious level for you. Or you could try go up into the heart level if you like. So the heart level for you, let's see how they would do that. Ooh, that one's hard for you. I think that's why you might be getting stuck. So the fourth chakra feels like it's a little bit blocked for you right now. And fourth chakra means you've got your people, right? You feel like you trust your family, your chosen family or your chosen love group of people. And so right now I feel like there's a lot going on for you possibly where I would guess you really do for people, like you do things for them and they might do things for you, but you may not really feel effortlessly trusting of the people. They're telling me you got a couple. You have a couple, right? So you know what I mean. And they're easier to feel love with. But it feels like a lot of the rest right now may be a little bit hard to effortlessly trust. So that, let's see, how can we help her with that? They said forgive.
Hmm.
So that would be where if I gave you a nudge, you'd start to work into doing some forgiveness work. And my forgiveness means acknowledging something happened, grieving, and or feeling the emotion of what happened, actually allowing yourself to feel it, right? Acknowledging that happened, and that and then feeling the feelings that are associated with it. Sometimes those are like, that person did that to me. Sometimes those are like, I can feel how I did that to that person, right? And then once it's felt, it still needs to be experienced, let go of, experienced and grieved usually. And then generally there needs to be some sort of change of behavior, like change of action, right? It needs, I'm sure there are forgiveness experts on this call that we should ask. But there's a sense here of you have to actually go through and make amends, right? So if something you need to be forgiven for in yourself, you want to make amends for it for yourself. If someone else is someone in your life you need to forgive, and they aren't someone who you want to connect with or make amends that would ever make amends for what has happened, you can actually do, things like Ho'oponopono, or try to offer that energy out to the world for amends for that, for the collective, right? There are different ways to do forgiveness, but I would say that would be my focus for you. Dive in on forgiveness.
Thank you. How do you spell that? Poka. What is that?
I bet you Christine could write it for you in the chat. She's a brilliant
Oh,
goddess.
okay.
But
Thank
it's
you.
it's Ho'oponopono, and um, it's a Hawaiian technique.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think you nailed it.
Thank you so much for playing, and I hope that you effortlessly feel loved.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. And Anna, we're going to give you one more try. And
Can you hear me?
yay, she
Oh,
figured it
she
out.
made it!
Awesome! Yay!
Woohoo!
Congratulations. Okay. And
I
then,
won the lottery. Oh
yeah.
my God.
I won the lottery. Hi,
It's so
darling.
funny. I've been hitting it, but hi. I just first gratitude, right, about yesterday's
My
reading.
pleasure. Thank you for
And
coming
I've
back.
been seeing all my little fairy dust around me. So it's
Oh,
pretty cool, and working on filling my energy, all of Washington back into closer to me. So thank you.
my pleasure. I hope it helps you feel less pain. That's my goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been working. So
Ah,
thank you.
yay. Okay.
Yeah. I
What?
had a follow on because I forgot I didn't have the health map in front of me.
Gotcha.
So one of the questions I had was about my ancestors.
Ah,
I think I was sharing with you, I was learning about Akashic records,
yes.
and I was doing this program where I was going in with the ancestors to try and heal some patterns.
Okay.
And um, heavy drinking and alcoholism is one of them. And I tend to be a um, numb myself type of person. My dad was. And I went in there, it was all men. I
Okay.
didn't have any female supporters, and they really were not supportive of it. It's like, this is just what we do. And I'm like, I'm not okay with that. This needs to be fixed. This is ridiculous. And one guy, Peter, said he'd work with me, and it didn't feel that way. It felt very heavy and negative. So I just wondered, I went out, I haven't gone back in because it wasn't a supportive environment. So I
Yeah.
wondered if there's anything you can share with me.
Absolutely. So let's see if they want me to answer on my brain first, because I have a lot of ideas, or just get out of the way. So just a second. Anna. Yeah, I think I can answer from my brain a little bit there. Um, So our ancestors most often come forward. It's the ones that need healing that come forward, right? So they need, and the information that they're giving us or bringing to us is often like, here's what needs to be healed in the family, right? Here's what the pattern is. We have resilience that we're bringing across generations to you, but what you need in order to heal our family is to realize that we have this big pattern of masculine dominated, possibly, problems. And then I feel for you that part of your choosing to be on in part of your Akash maybe is to come in and take care of that on this collective reality. Like part of what you do in the world as your superpower is stand up against the patriarchal suppression of women, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so you're a badass
Uh-oh.
there. Okay, so that's awesome. So now, what do we do with that as a question? The other thing that's going through my head that just I needed to address in what you said, addiction. So addiction is a social illness. Okay? Addiction is something that's caused generally by systems of stress on people, and then our human attempt to manage our realities through feeling out of control, right? On
Yeah.
on a social level. So I feel that oftentimes addicts, the archetype of addict, for me, often are the manifestors. Like an addict can manifest their substance out of nothing. Like they are the most proficient manifestors in our collective group, I think. Okay, so an addict will find their substance magically appearing in their hand occasionally, somewhere on the physical plane, right? So
Okay.
when the addiction is not running that aspect of them, they may find that they are incredibly proficient manifestors of anything on the physical realm. Okay, so if you have a whole team of maybe say addict ancestral men, you might have the resilience in you, the gift of that ancestry could be your ability to materialize physical reality here. And you might just have the added bonus of all of the feeling of all the females of your ancestry going, here's the problem, like focus here, this is what we need to work on, right?
Yeah.
Then to say, I would like to materialize a world in which this isn't happening anymore, a world in which this is not the imbalance. And I am
Right.
uniquely qualified to address that. And so I would say for you, this one feels like when we don't want to just dip our toe in very much. What I would suggest is we do an ancestral healing together, or you get ancestral healing work done with someone, because you are the answer that your ancestors are looking for, and you have the tools and capacity to heal them with or without my help. But sometimes why it helps to have someone help you is because we can go in with you and help direct. Okay, let's talk to this ancestor. Let's see how this pattern goes. Let's stay respected. Let's connect to the tree here. Let's disconnect to the tree here, right? And then
Right. Yeah.
but the one take home I would tell you right off the bat is call the other ones. Like you went in and those were the ones that showed. I'll show you right now, just for 1 second. Everybody can do this together if they like. This is root chakra. So I want you to imagine yourself as a tree, Anna.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
There you go. Now I want you to see the forest of your mother's ancestry off to your left. Every tree that has ever been on your mother's side of the family.
Okay.
There you go. Now and then on your father's side, you're going to see all of those on the father's side to the right. Okay?
Okay.
Do you
Yep.
You also are married, so you might look and see all of your husband's ancestors. Where is their
Mm.
forest? You are also connected to them. There you go.
Okay.
There's another forest. Okay?
Yep.
And then if you had a step parent or any other parent, their ancestors would also be in, just for whoever's doing that. Okay? So look at all the trees. Now, I would like you to call forward from that forest any support around helping you with standing up against, the suppression of women.
Yeah, I see somebody. I don't know her, but I see her.
Okay.
Hmm.
So could you ask her if she's the only one, please? Let all
Mm.
the let all the trees light up that would like to help you with that.
Yeah, I see people following behind her.
There you go. Okay. So you have every ancestor that's ever been associated with your genetics there. Yeah. We just want to focus on the good ones sometimes. So if you're going to go in and do the work yourself, I would suggest talk to them first.
Right.
Yeah. Then come play if you need help.
Okay. I probably will
I'm
because I
here.
agree with you. I think the help helps.
Help helps, except for when it doesn't. Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
All right. Great to play.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks, Anna, for being so persistent. And that was really fascinating, Aubrey. And it makes sense to me too, in my experience.
Yay.
Addiction, they're massive manifestors and very tapped
Sue.
in
Oh,
intuitively,
yeah.
very tapped in.
You have to be.
So, Lisha, I hope I'm saying that correctly. You
Hi, it's
are our
Leisha.
last.
Hi,
Lisha,
Alicia.
okay, thank you.
No problem. I'm
Okay.
just open. So whatever insight you guys can share, I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. All
No
right.
problem.
Let's see if I can get. So it's Leisha. And see if I can tap into you. Sorry, suddenly my cat is going insane. I don't know why. That's in the real world. There we go. Now I get a less insane cat, more insane check-in. Okay. Um, so when I tried to read you, the first thing that happens is I'm kind of hitting a field that feels like fear. So I don't. My tendency is to not push through anything where I'm not belong. So would it be okay if you would like me to do a read for you? Would you mind maybe just thinking of one thing that you would actually feel comfortable getting a reading on, or maybe specific area that you feel like you'd like to get guidance on?
Yeah, I would say like specifically career wise is something that I'm
Okay,
moving soon and
gotcha.
so now I'm transitioning, leaving a position now. I'm trying to figure out kind of where I need to go next. Like,
Absolutely. Okay, so thank you. That might
no
help me.
problem.
Alicia. Okay, so they're giving me chakra 3 again. And focus, is that the focus of the strength? Focus and chakra 5. Okay, so chakra 3 for me is usually I just have to ask. Chakra 3 is our identities, right? It's our kind of our archetypes, our running programs, our mental realm, how we go through the world and define ourselves.
Hmm.
And chakra 5 is what they're giving me as your strength right now around career. So that's expressing who you really are, right? And
Yeah.
manifesting and being fully you. And what's happening, let's see, on chakra 3 for her. I didn't ask your pronouns, but I assume it's her. So
Yes,
we'll
it
stick.
is.
Okay, awesome. Alicia. This doesn't feel like an easy one on your third chakra. It feels like your identity is being I'll call it under construction, if that would be one nice way to say that. But it
Yeah,
feels
I can
like,
agree
yeah,
with that.
okay, yes. So it feels like you're having this has been a bit of a hard. It feels like kind of where that reconstructs in there, and
Mhm.
and the things that I think you have been strongly an expert on in the past, either you're feeling like you don't want to line up with those right now, or they're not. Something happened that they don't feel like they're the direction to go. And so it feels like you're still going to be carried through on your expertise in your career. You have that underlying flow is really strong, really good, right? The main third chakra energy has got you. You're you know what you're doing. Okay? You have the expertise to do it. But
Hmm.
to have an identity involved with that expertise is where I feel the construction is coming in. So instead of saying, I don't know what your job is, but they're saying, I am a blank, and
Hmm.
identifying with that being who you are as your full expression, that part's breaking open. Okay. So you
Okay.
don't get to say, I am just this, right?
Right.
It's more like, I am doing this.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, but I am so much more than this. Okay.
Correct.
And so,
Yes.
yeah, fifth chakra to me for you is, fifth chakra to me on the basic level is just truth,
Hmm.
speaking in consistency with who you are, aligned with your own truth.
Hmm.
And I feel like this is something they're showing me for you that you almost have a capacity. It's interesting because I don't completely understand what I'm feeling here, but what I sense is like when you're around, truth happens. um,
Yes.
it doesn't necessarily have to come out of your mouth exactly. Like it's almost like you just bring truth to the room.
Hmm.
Good. I'm glad that makes sense to you because it didn't make sense to me. Anything else there?
Hmm.
Um, I'm seeing books, or I don't know if it's books or editing, but it has that kind of feel to it to me, like the world of books. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
I do.
Okay.
Well, I've done like marketing type
Okay.
positions, like digital marketing and stuff.
Okay.
So I feel like
Oh,
that aligns. It's still writing. It's still, yeah.
yes. Um, all right. Anything else they want to say to you? They're giving me the huge thumbs up on whatever career change you're doing. There's a huge, like it's a really big one, really big, like a giant hand.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to
Thumbs
figure out
up.
what that is. I'm like,
Okay.
what is that? Like,
Uh,
I feel like I'm kind of starting, like, I don't know. I'm like, I
I'm
don't know
sorry.
which direction to go. I'm just like, okay,
This
yeah.
feels almost like a consulting direction or something to do with like direct entrepreneurship sort of level. It feels like you're an expert of something and you're putting yourself out as an individual expert on that. You have tons of connections, it feels like. And I think, I don't know, they're like behind you for some reason. Like I'm seeing that you have all these connections, but they're like they're standing behind you. And then they're showing me boy, I do not know what's going on here. I'm seeing you, you're almost like you've grown these beautiful wings behind you, and they
Hmm.
look like kind of like a dragonfly, but you have
Huh.
like, but you have like, I would say like, you know, 13, 15 wings.
Wow.
I don't understand what that means at all. So let me try to interpret. They're kind of clear colored with like black polka dots in them. They're really beautiful. And so for a dragonfly for me usually has to do with a little bit with seeing through illusion or being able to work within the illusions of life, come in and out
Hmm.
of illusion. And then they also have dragonflies to me are about, they're almost the most cool. They have this, the mechanics of their flight are nuts, right? Like they
Yes.
literally can go forward, backwards, hover, like they shouldn't exist, right?
Yeah.
You
I
shouldn't be able
agree.
to fly like that, right? And
Hmm.
so I have no, and that's what's a four wings. I have no idea what happens with 13 or whatever you have there, 12 or
Yeah.
13 to 15 wings or whatever. So it seems like there's something at your back that has to do with that. You can cut through illusion in ways no one can. You can also almost like move in any direction at all times. You have like way more advanced circuitry on navigation than other people as far as flight. And then there's this clearness with these black polka dots, and I don't know what that means, but it seems
Hmm.
like it's almost like black and white, but it's not black and white. It's black and not black.
Hmm.
It's black and like clear or see through,
Hmm.
transparent and black. That's what I saw on the dots. The dots are all dark colored, and then the wings are clear, like clear transparent.
Wow.
What does that help her with? Again, I think they said consulting, so I don't know if you're taking a consulting position, but it feels like it's something that you're being consulted on your expertise.
Wow. Okay. Huh.
Did that make sense at all?
Somewhat. I wonder, like,
Okay.
when you said the connection thing, where I'm moving to, I have a connection with the old mentor, in the fashion industry.
Okay.
And so I wonder if that's like the clear direction of like, yes, go that way. And, because I haven't reached out to her yet, but
No, I don't. I don't get the thumbs up there.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. It doesn't feel like you don't reach out to her. I don't mean that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
they're kind of like a meh, meh on that, like a meh meh. It doesn't feel bad. It just doesn't feel great.
Yeah,
So yeah, the feeling is not. It's again, that's where the identity thing is breaking a little. Is the
yeah.
idea that you have to be in the job, do that job,
Mhm.
if that might be why they mean consulting. So the sense is you are what people need there. You do it. You have an expertise of it, and you are designed to like dance through illusion apparently. So
Wow.
you want to trust who you are in that your opinion of it and your perspective on it is a big deal. Then it
Okay.
feels what was confusing, people were all standing behind you, and then those wings were in between you and them. So it was almost like you're not aware of them or something. Like you don't
Mhm.
know all the people that are at your back.
Wow.
But
Mhm.
so how does that help her? Just a second. Oh, you got to fly. Got to lift your wings and fly. Then you can turn around and see them. But
Mhm.
they're saying like I'm like 40 people is what I'm hearing. So it seems like
Wow.
you have like all these people you've either helped or connected to
Mhm.
things, and
Yeah.
yeah, so they are your resource. They're there to help you back. I don't know exactly how that would look, but it feels like sometimes we get so caught up in the illusion of how things are supposed to be marketed that we miss that the
Mhm.
marketing is actually the people that we're connected to.
Wow. That's
Oh,
really interesting.
hopefully that made some sense because I don't know what I'm saying.
It's like some things I'm still trying to like figure it out, but I'm definitely gonna like kind of replay it in my mind and figure out what that could mean.
So again, I'm supposed to take home point is you bring truth with you. It's like when you
Yes.
come in, truth appears. So
Mhm.
you need to consider what that's doing in the marketing industry,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So you might want to point that beautiful instrument you have at something you want to promote in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Okay.
you can help promote truth. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All
Oh
right.
my goodness, do we need more truth in marketing, please?
I mean,
Ah,
that's really why I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm in a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, I've done marketing, like, really for like nonprofits and stuff. And I'm like, I really want to do something with more meaning to it. So if I am going to do marketing, like you said, it does need to be something that's definitely meaningful and impactful.
Oh, darling, I know so many people that are healers and trying to make it in female groups that could use you. So maybe just email me. I'm
right.
like, if you want to enter the realm of the women who are rising collectively to change the world, talk to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
we could
Absolutely.
use your superpowers. So
I
Right.
got you. I
yeah,
definitely got you.
thank you.
I love it. Okay, so we're coming
We're
up on three,
we're
Aubrey, and I
yeah, we're
see
pretty
there's
far over time.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, there's one person, Anne, down there. I didn't know if you wanted to do something, but
Did she want a reading? I probably have
I
about 4 minutes left on my bladder. So
yeah.
we can try it.
Okay. And also for the rest of the people here in the room, we will be back in 2 weeks. We
2 weeks.
do
Yeah,
this every
one
two
o'clock.
weeks. And yeah, same bat station, same bat channel, 1 o'clock PST here on Clubhouse. And so we can answer more of your questions, get more readings in. But let's finish up with Anne.
Hi,
Hi,
Anne.
everybody. Hi.
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 How?
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Well, dealing with the full moon, but other than that, great.
Amen. I'm kind
Oh
of
my
with
God.
you today. I'm like, what am I walking through here?
It's like
So
a waterworks day. I don't want to, I just joined, obviously, so I
awesome.
don't know if there's a certain subject matter that we are to ask around. I mean, I see the room title, so
Absolutely.
if there was any instruction, let me know.
Usually the way I work is to just ask. Usually I tend to go in on health. So if you have anything with health, that's where I shine the most. But I can answer, if you want to ask. That last person asked about career, and some people have been asking about almost everything today. So if you have one
Okay,
that's pressing, go for it.
beautiful, beautiful. Well, this is going to sound really out there, but maybe actually no, it's not because we're
I'm
all
out there, believe me.
spiritually
Here we go.
connected.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
in the right room. Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago, I received through my sister, who's opening up to her psychic and channeling capabilities. I'm
Awesome.
spiritually gifted too, but just stepping into recognizing what my gifts are.
Awesome.
Anyway, she received multiple messages from Mother Mary,
Uh-huh.
and my father came through, and it was all
Beautiful.
these warnings that I have to immediately leave the island I've lived on the last 17 years and move home. So I'm
Oh,
I'm
honey.
owning it and stepping into this, but it's insanity right now in my life,
Yes.
and I have a plane ticket booked for the 20th, and I'm out of here. But there's
Go,
so much
girl.
to do.
Yeah,
But I, it's hard to shut the ego off right now because it's
of
just
course.
so out there. And I'm
Yep.
telling my friends this that aren't spiritually awakened, and they all think I'm crazy, but whatever.
Yeah.
My question is, uh, where am I going from here as far as my career? I'm a photographer and
Okay.
writer. I had a lot of nudges these last 2 years, and I keep a journal of it and been wanting to pursue certain directions. But if there's any clarity coming through as far as how
Um,
that looks, that might make sense to me, that would be lovely to know. Or
awesome.
if something stronger is coming through, then we can go that avenue. But
Okay.
just trusting the process.
Thank you. And
Thanks.
congratulations for being a courageous badass.
Yeah.
All right. All
Oh, I
right.
love that term. Better than what
Okay.
I've been calling. Okay.
I think,
Would you like
all
me to
right.
mute my mic?
Either way, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to just take a second. For some reason, my circuits are not connected to you yet. Second. And,
No worries.
ooh, there you are. Okay. Whoosh should be the feeling I have for you. Whoosh.
Yep.
Just like I literally feel you just like lift it off, almost like a tidal wave or like a big wave, just whoosh, off of where you are.
Yes.
They are also showing me something that looks almost like earthquakes and waves. So I will just give you
Wow.
that information. I don't know if that's helpful. And then what else we got for Anne on her career? There's that's almost like they've taken you like whoosh off your wave and then you plop down on this spot is what it looks like. You plop down, and at first it's gonna feel a little weird. It's kind of the feeling. So it's gonna feel like it's almost like it's a heavy hit after a big height, right?
Yeah.
So then there's a sense there that part of that process is really kind of how would I explain that? Bringing you to the earth quickly, so grounding quickly. You're going to come to ground,
Okay.
and it feels like I don't know. The first ground I feel you going to is not your ground, so it doesn't feel like it's effortlessly easy to root in where you stop first. I don't know if that makes sense. The first place you move, it feels like it's not an effortless ability to connect to earth there.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
feel about it's
Okay.
home with my mom. So yeah.
There. Oh yeah.
Love
And
her, but I just
yes,
never liked my hometown.
exactly. So it doesn't feel like where you belong, I guess, or effortlessly connect easily and feel supported by the
Right.
planet. Okay. So,
Right.
but they're showing me for you that you feel supported by the planet by traveling around on it. So,
Yep.
yeah, I see you like take in the mountains and different places. I see beautiful nature things, all
Awesome.
sorts of beautiful nature things. And that it seems more like that way for you is like it feeds your soul. So you like go and nature feeds you. That's not necessarily a rooting in. My sense for you, what they're giving me is actually, I'm sorry, I don't think this feels completely like career, but what they're giving me is a man. So I don't know
Oh,
if I do you, first, is this your gender? Do you enjoy men?
yes, I do prefer
Awesome. And do you
men.
do you have one already?
No.
Okay,
No.
well, that's the first thing I see for you is he seems where you find your ground is with him.
Okay.
He feels tall
Preferred.
and strong. He's not particularly heavy. He's also not just like completely ripped out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He seems anchoring and warm. He seems kind, but he's a little feisty. He's a lot feisty, and he's a bit independent. Um,
Good.
but he feels like when he connects with you, he has a feeling of home for you with you. So he also feels like, do you know him yet? No, I feel like they're literally moving you somewhere so that you can bump into this person. He feels like he's at like a soulmate level.
Wow.
So that's what I feel. Lots of
Wow.
traveling, man.
Okay. Awesome.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There you
No,
go.
that's what I was hoping to hear. Honestly, this is
Oh,
all very
great.
pleasant. I
All
mean, I don't
right.
need the dude, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Um,
Thank you.
yes. Don't get concerned if you don't feel easily grounded there.
I was already
Is the
expecting
feeling.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Great.
gonna you are doing a brave. It almost feels like a destined connection. It feels like a destined move would be a better way of. I don't know if I love the word destiny, but it feels like you were supposed to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a catalyst to launch, to maybe
exactly.
give me the answers to what I just asked about. So,
Yeah,
okay.
you relocating. Anything else? Career, universe. They said you
Good.
already know.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
whatever you already know about your career is correct.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome.
All right, so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Aubrey. I appreciate you extending your time.
Yes,
Appreciated.
thank you for playing with us.
Yeah, but I'll be sure to follow and catch you guys again.
Thanks. All
All
right, have a
right.
great day.
You too.
Awesome. Well, that was an amazing session today, Dr. Wallace Aubrey.
Thank
Oh
you for
my
staying
goodness,
so
we
long,
covered a
everyone.
lot of ground from health and body and work and love life and all the things that
Welcome
support
to
us, right?
Chakras. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's great. And do come back and join us in a couple of weeks on the 21st again, same time at 1 o'clock for more fun and insight into whatever you need help with. So, any last words,
Just
Aubrey?
deep, deep gratitude for you, Carolyn and Christine. Thank you so much for showing up and being here all the way till 3. I deeply appreciate you both. And we'll see everyone in 2 weeks.
Yes, we will. Okay.
All
See you
right.
then. All
Thanks.
right.
Bye.
Bye.